How's that soft top working out right now, Dellynn?
It's keeping the snow out.
Yeah. Do you think we should get a pickup truck though? Because it'd be so much bigger and warmer and not so, you know, soft top like.
I mean, this is a trip. Nobody would really believe that we're in Arizona right now. Arizona, come on. Well, I mean, we are up in the mountains.
This is why the search for a truck is actually so important, but has been so hard. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our Not So Perfect Life.
Today, we're gonna bring you inside and we're gonna share with you some stories of the hunt for a diesel truck and how awesome people can be and and there's some great tips that we are gonna give to you today along the way.
So make sure that you stick around.
We're on a mission.
Yeah. What is that mission that we're on today, lover?
Oh, I thought you were gonna answer that. I was kind of waiting for you to answer.
Oh, well, I'll be happy to, because we're on our way to Cottonwood to go look at a pickup.
Our fifth wheel is gonna need a truck. We have been told that Arizona is probably one of the most expensive states that you can actually buy one of these right now.
True.
So we've looked all over the country.
But this one actually is priced pretty nicely. And so that's why we're spending an hour in the car ride to go drive and look at it even and see what happens. Okay, so here's the first tip. Always consider what state, what county, and what dealership you are buying from. Here's why. All of those things have fees associated with it and taxes. And you have to take that into account.
Yeah, because the dealership that you buy from will have set fees. Some are way more than others.
Yep.
So ask when you're checking around, what are your dealership fees? What are all my fees gonna be?
And then when you talk about taxes, there are county taxes and state taxes.
Every county has a different tax point. So it may be beneficial for you to drive a couple hours to save in that, right?
It even depends if you live in one state and you are purchasing from another. There's other tax things that go on there. I'm not a tax guy, but you should make sure you check all of those things out when you are making a decision about buying a vehicle.
Yeah.
So, okay. Today turned into a little more than we anticipated.
It always does.
It kind of always does. We went to go look at one vehicle.
The one vehicle that we went to go look at started smoking while we were driving it.
Smoke was actually coming through the vents inside of the cabin.
Yeah.
It was like choking us, yeah.
Although, I mean, if you're gonna have that happen, I'd sure rather it happen while you're taking a test drive instead of taking it home after you just bought it. Then, as we were driving out of town, we drove by this other truck, did a little U-turn, went back into this used car salesman lot.
Yeah, like a little mom and pop shop.
And ended up finding...
Do you hear that noise? That's the sound of a diesel engine. So like we told you before earlier, we're gonna go look at some diesel trucks today. And this is legit. This is legit one we're looking at right now.
I was expecting a semi-truck, you know, or like a train horn. Like a boat horn, you know, or something.
If we ever actually get a truck like this, or we get this one, we'll have to put a train horn in. Can you believe this is even happening right now?
I mean, look at it. We want a truck that gets the job done and is a good running truck in our price range.
Yeah.
So
beggars can't be choosers.
yeah. Let's see what she does.
Yeah.
Alright, so Big Red, man. I don't know.
It's a pretty sweet truck, honestly.
Right? But we gotta look up a 2009 Dodge
Ram.
and see what the specifics are, because we don't know anything about this truck.
Nothing. And with any vehicle, you should be doing some research on the make, model, year, the troubles it had, and all things related to that vehicle, right?
Yeah.
We had no idea. We got excited when we saw it. We knew nothing about it.
What we started doing with every truck that we would find is look up that make, that model, that year, and find out, are there specific problems with this year, like the motor, the transmission, the
computer, components and stuff like that.
Right. And we found on forums and stuff that there were legit specific year frames that people were like, hey, if it's a this make and model during these years,
no bueno.
Avoid it.
Yeah.
Or
the opposite, which is if you can find this year, make, and model, you've found a unicorn.
Right.
So just make sure that whatever you're looking for, whether it's car, truck, or Jeep, make sure you do research on the year, the make, and the model, and any issues related to that vehicle.
All right, so we are going to look at a truck for the second time now.
Not just any truck, Big Red.
Well, yeah, we've dubbed it Big Red because it's a mega cab, which didn't even know existed until now. A mega cab is an extended cab plus a mega little spot in the back, so like the guys can
literally, just like, hey.
Oh my God, you're driving, Jason. Anyways, that's what the guys could do in the back. We're pretty stoked because like it's not fancy pants, even though it sounds like it. It's a flatbed, but dude, it's gonna get the job done.
Yeah, it's like a ranch truck. We've been chatting with the guy for a couple days. We just texted him, like I said, hey man, we are on our way.
Yep.
It checks a lot of boxes, like nearly every box.
Yeah. So it's about an hour and a half car ride.
Let's go get a truck.
We'll check back in with ya. Well, we would love nothing more than to give you this awesome ending to this beautiful journey. That's not really what happened.
Or how about we'll just give you the not so perfect reality of it instead.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome.
What a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. First of all, look, okay, listen, I'm trying to be kind and respectful and all that other stuff, so I'm not gonna actually call the dealership out. But the way I was raised is your word actually means something. So when you communicate 90 minutes before you're about to drive through the mountains that you're on your way to go look at a truck for the second time, after you've been talking with the guy for a couple of days, and their truck hadn't even finished their inspection period. Like, it's not even for technical sale.
Yeah, we get there, dude's like, oh, well, it's sold. Didn't you get my text message? They told you when you were on your way was there in the lot, and they knew that you were going to
because some jackwagon wanted money more than his word. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, we would have bought it. We were totally prepared to buy this truck, but
I figured we were gonna get a truck today.
Yeah. Look, it sucks. My perspective is everything happens for a reason. For whatever reason, it wasn't meant to be, and onward and upward.
I totally agree with that. But your word should matter. Like, when you say something to somebody, that should make the difference. That should matter.
Truth be told, we had to wait for like an hour before we could record this because he was furious. Which, I mean,
I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it.
How stupid. Well, there you have it. So, some people just suck, and that's the way life goes. And we'll just keep on keeping on our not-so-perfect journey and pray to God that we find a truck. Don't you just love it when that happens? Like, isn't it just the best? Ever?
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. I know we cannot be the only ones. Like, tell us, has anything like this ever happened to you before?
We would love to know because we were stoked on this truck in the dealership.
Yeah.
And then this happened. So something I learned along the way was checking out the dealership, right? Like, I didn't take the time to actually investigate like the forums and the reviews on this dealership. And I learned along the way that I was not the only customer that experienced this from this exact dealership.
Yeah, because we really did find this dealership happenstancely, and then just we're in communication with them and good communication, so we thought everything was totally fine.
Yeah,
we
hunky-dory.
didn't really have any reason to think, oh, we should check them out.
But I did afterwards, and no joke, other reviews were left, like 1 star that said, guy said car was available, drove, sold. Came from another state, drove all the way, sold. Like, it was a really painful experience and learning tool to just tell you, check out the dealership. And honestly, guys, we walked away from that after the experience of a dealership selling out from underneath us.
Right.
We honestly felt completely defeated. We thought, we
Yeah.
have this 5th wheel, we need a truck. We've been searching for a month and a half. What are we gonna do?
Right. I mean, because it was like every call from, you know, the Facebook marketplace or text message or dealership was like, oh yeah, sorry, that's sold. Oh, sorry, that's sold. Yeah, I sold that last night. Sold.
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 Sold. Kinda like,
Sold.
right? We just want to go pick up our house. And
We can't because we don't have a truck.
right. We just kind of felt like we kept hitting a wall.
Right.
So, I mean, straight up, I was like, all right, God, I know this seems so ridiculous that we're praying for a truck, but we can't move into our house until we get one.
Right.
Like, you got this. I know. We don't need to be in the dumps. Like, lift our spirits up. We're good. We got this.
This is first world troubles.
Yes. Like,
So,
come on, perspective. Let's bring the perspective in.
That's right.
It's gonna be okay.
so she goes off and kind of does her thing, just kind of praying. And I needed a minute. So I call a buddy and he's like, hey man, how's it going? You know, we're just chit chatting.
Yep.
And I said, dude, man, we're getting a new 5th wheel, but man, the truck market is insane.
Right.
He
We
goes,
just need a diesel.
yeah. And he's like, dude, I got a truck, I'll sell you. And I was like, wait, what?
Like, what kind?
You'll do that? And so, like, as I'm having this conversation, Dellynn walks out of the room, and I'm like, you gotta come here.
And I'm like, okay, this is good. This has got to be something good.
Yeah, so I popped dude on speakerphone. I was like, hey man, did you just tell me that you were gonna sell us a truck that's diesel, like then it'll like be able to pull our 5th wheel? And he's like, yeah man, totally.
And I was like, hallelujah, hallelujah.
and we were able to say, okay, well hold
Well,
on.
yeah. Let's simmer down.
Before
Let's
we
see
get
some
too excited,
pictures.
yeah.
Is it gonna tow the trailer? You know, is there enough weight? He's like,
Is it stolen?
so literally, he's all, this was used for a horse trailer, plenty of power, got airbag, Duramax diesel, Allison transmission.
Oh yeah, man. Like
Like-
just, I'm salivating. It's got a B&W gooseneck attachment, so it's like it's fitting the bill. It's crew
Right.
cab. It's all dialed in. So we're like,
Right.
okay,
All right,
let's go take a look
Let's
at
take
it.
a look. Guess what we're in right now? Finally!
It's actually officially over.
Oh my gosh.
And even-
It's been an all-day affair, but we got our truck finally.
We did.
We finally got a truck.
We did. There's actually a heck of a lot of stuff to still get done. Like we've now got to install the hitch in the back, get the rig. Like there's so many moving components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was just a big piece, so.
I have like a huge like, because I did not think this was gonna happen.
Finally. We're excited. I feel like celebrating, except for we just spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we're gonna save our money and celebrate with a high five. Woohoo!
Yep.
And here's just a bonus tip, okay? My husband, when we strolled up here, even though like Big Red was awesome and we thought it was gonna be great, his first instinct was, what?
I don't really trust this guy.
I don't like this guy. I don't trust this.
Yeah.
And that's just a little tidbit. Go with your gut feeling, because he knew like right from the get-go, like something's off about this guy. And sure enough, whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on.